I got one right here. That's not a bad start right there.
They're saying we located that structure. Sure enough, we seen him on the graph. Little Coosa River spotted bass.
The MyBassCoach.com unifier is a revolutionary web-based application that unites online communication, online networking, and dynamic media content specifically aimed at giving you a greater understanding of bass fishing. The information you'll receive here is in-depth and straight from the nation's top professional anglers. Champions like Alton Jones share their secrets and strategies with you one-on-one.
I got one right here. Well, that's not a bad start right there. I'm Alton Jones this morning, your personal bass coach on MyBassCoach.com. And I want to talk to you a little bit about fishing standing timber and extreme heavy cover. You know, one of the problems for us as anglers is that when you get in an area that has extreme amounts of cover like what we're in right now, it can be overwhelming. How do you know where to start? What makes a good area of timber better than other areas of timber? What makes a bad area of timber? And why is where I just caught that fish, why is that a good spot and some other places may not be? And the basic rule of thumb that I like to use is this, and we're going to show you this on some maps in a few minutes. I like to really pay more attention to the bottom of the lake than I do the fact that there's a lot of standing timber here. In fact, I like to try to picture what this lake would look like if it did not have any timber at all.
MyBassCoach.com also allows you to comment on the professionals' tips. They'll be responding in the community. MyBassCoach.com unifier is your international bass fishing community online. Bass fishermen all over the world are connected like never before. MyBassCoach.com unifier takes the best functionality of MySpace, Facebook, and Blogger and combines it within a stunning visual interface, which is the pulse of the bass fishing community. This is where bass fishermen from around the world will communicate with each other like never before. Bass fishermen can create a profile where friends can find out what's new in their life. With our unifier platform, there is no limit to what you communicate. This is where bass fishermen from around the world can communicate with each other in text, images, videos, and audio. MyBassCoach.com unifier is where the bass fishing community gets together and can self-organize. Form your own group or join an existing group and share as much and as often as you want. My Bass Coach will automatically inform all the members of your group when there's an update. When you start your own group, you'll meet up with people who may fish your favorite lake or river system. It's also a chance to reconnect with old friends and develop new international relationships. MyBassCoach.com unifier is the international communications hub of the bass fishing community. When you subscribe to the unifier platform, you'll have access to in-depth secrets, tips, and strategies from the nation's leading pro bass fishermen, like Alton Jones.
If you want to be a better bass fisherman, the first step is to become an expert at locating fish.
Matt Herron.
Line size depends on water clarity. I prefer fluorocarbon for just about all the dock fishing that I do. I'll range anywhere from ultra clear water out from 10-pound fluorocarbon all the way up to 25-pound fluorocarbon. So that's just the clearer the water, the lighter the line that I try to use.
Sean Hornkey.
Basically, this bait has a 15-pound line and a 3/0 straight shanked hook. This lead solder right here. This plays a key role when you're kind of using this more power fishing wacky worm setup.
And Brent Chapman.
There's certain times of the year where the fish are really concentrated, and once you find that particular cove or hot spot, it's fairly easy. But until you find, finding that is the hard part. And a guy can come into a bay like this, and you start looking around, and it all looks good. And believe me, it's not all good.
Sports psychology tips from Dr. Julie Bell.
Have you ever been out on the water and you find yourself distracted You're thinking about the things at the office, your cell phone, your appointments, or maybe even your sponsors. One thing that can help you go from being distracted to being focused is to use a mental cue to refocus.
Sports nutrition tips from Ken Hoover.
We've done the work over the last couple of years to find out exactly what it takes to fuel the activity so that these athletes can have the ability to focus.
And information about gaining and retaining sponsorships from Elvin Smith.
The big sponsorship deals will come to those who can be the best salesperson for a particular company. To be a good salesperson, you've got to be able to communicate and relate to a wide variety of people.
My Bass Coach, the unifier, and its unique ability to allow you to communicate and learn is the center of the bass fishing universe. Subscribe now by clicking the subscribe button just below this panel and join thousands of other bass fishermen who are seeking to excel at their sport.